Just gonna do a quick mic check, sound check, all that fun stuff. Desktop is working. Audio is working. Camera is actually working. Love the new camera, because I haven't had a single issue with this camera needing to be reset up every single time I go to stream, like my Logi was. Do not recommend Logitech at all. It's got to be Elgato or Razer, nothing else in between. Also, welcome everyone to the chat. COVID-20 member for 1 month using their membership. Thank you so much. Joining the Brass Coin Collection on their own initiative. It's been a hot minute. Avery's going to take some stuff to a pawn shop so you can get money for a trip. There you go. There you go. How's the lawn mowing business going, Avery? Also, Marcus, Wiss, Avery, Zach, Matt, welcome to the stream. Hopefully, Mimic fan, Shark Lord, Umarley, aka Fent Warrior, welcome. I think I got everybody caught up. Oh, and Matt Prokopek with the gifted sub. I promise I can read. Who snatched that? Whoa, what? Wait, what? What? That can happen? I did not know that was a thing. Hey, Dean, welcome. Yeah, I didn't know you could gift yourself. That's awesome. Love it. Jupiter, welcome. Joining the Brass Coin Collection once again. How you been, Jupiter? It's been a while. We got loads of people popping in for this stream. That's what we like to see. Doing better than last stream. Last stream I was kind of depresso espresso, but we got some stuff resolved. We're streaming a little bit earlier today. I am probably going to be ending at 1, so an hour-and-a-half long stream today. I got to get to work at like 8 in the morning, so I got to be up at 6 tomorrow. Ah, there's Fent Warrior with the gifted membership by Matt Propek. Thank you guys so much. Getting the memberships today really does mean a lot, guys. Super, super helpful to have those happen. And we get to see Hestu dance, because who doesn't love that? Fent Warrior is green once again. 1 away from the like goal already. That is the beginnings of a great stream. Good to see you in a good mood. Thanks, D-Hitkill. Hopefully your situation is continued to improve since the last stream as well. Mine's not perfect, but we made strides and progress and all that, so I'm feeling pretty good about everything today. Just gotta check the alternate screen here just to make sure I didn't miss any... What did I just do? Look at this activity here. It's a nice look. It is. It is a refreshing look as well. Ah, gotcha, D-Hitkill. So it was the ear that was really bothering you the other day. Out of curiosity, D-Hitkill, I mean, I'm sure the doctor's already mentioned it or, you know, tried it or anything, but does hydrogen peroxide in your ear do anything for that? Nightbot, bro, Nightbot, cool it. We're having a vibe here, Nightbot. Like, we're having a vibe, and Nightbot's just over there destroying the good vibes. Nightbot. It's okay. The bots just, they don't have a sense of humor, they don't have any leeway, they're just iron fists. That's what Nightbot should be called. Like, Slate or Dexter, depending on how you know the moderator bot in my Discord server, is a merciful god compared to Nightbot. If you got caught, Avery, you would most definitely get in big trouble. Fent Warrior, you can now change the light goal. Yes, absolutely. Please do that. No complaints from me on that front. I'm also going to open up my engagement tracker here. Zach, because your name is Zach on YouTube. Fun stuff. So after 5 years of streaming on YouTube, not proud of this, but still kind of proud of it. I found out like a month ago how to view live engagements. So like I can view likes in real time without having to watch the stream on another screen and refresh it to get the like goal. I can now watch it in my YouTube studio because I figured out that's where you go to do it. So that's been awesome. So far we've had 59 views, 14 concurrently viewing, 26 likes, and we got that new like goal. Looks like Matt sniped that from Fent Warrior that I noticed way after the fact, but we'll replace the pin message. We've got a like goal of 42. I'm digging it. Avery's making $100 a week mowing lawns. That's pretty good money for your age, I think. Wait, you don't have hydrogen peroxide in Europe? No way. That's crazy. But it destroys dead skin cells and dissolves wax. So like, if you could get a hold of hydrogen peroxide, like, I think, like, I don't know exactly. You said your ear canals are small, so they build up with wax. Like, that would probably help significantly, but wait, Zach, your handle on YouTube is Pokemaniac Zach, but your name is still Zachary? What is this blasphemy? What is this mismatching of names and handles you have going on? Most of your Pokemon games are authentic. You use ear sprays made of purified seawater and other things instead. It kind of works, but sometimes your ears in the summer will get infested with earwax and just not leave until you see a doctor. I mean, you're kind of adding salt to the wound, literally, like with the seawater. Sorry to make a joke of it, but it was a way for the taking, I guess. So, yeah, hydrogen peroxide might do better than seawater, just because it actually has a chemical structure to deteriorate and remove buildup. And isopropyl alcohol is really good for cleaning electronics, so multi-uses. In the summer, your ears are just weird. Hydrogen peroxide is great for cleaning certain materials as well. Indeed it is. So Dehikil, it's not an acid and it's not an oil. It's literally just one hydrogen per atom per oxygen atom, hydrogen peroxide. So it's like water, but it also has a stripping capability because it's trying to get that extra oxygen atom. Ah, yes. Pokemaniac Zach official. I'm not even official. Oh my gosh. I've been this channel for 5 years and I'm not official, guys. Like, what am I doing? I'm not the real Brascoin, apparently. I'm having an identity crisis midstream, I guess. To pawn at a pawn shop, A lot of times you do, in fact, need an ID because they like to know exactly who their stuff came from and when. Why does it sound unsafe to put in an ear? Because if left in the ear for too long, it will cause damage. The fake brass coin, yes. But generally speaking, like hydrogen peroxide is something you put on a cut to disinfect it, remove bacteria, wash things out. So like it's safe to go in open wound, but like you obviously don't want something in your ear that's, you know, eating away at things to make them clean for a long period of time. Oh, and there's why it's not sold in Europe. But yeah, like a lot of places will use isopropyl alcohol to clean wounds. Hydrogen peroxide is kind of the same thing, except for it fizzes and crackles, and alcohol disinfects. But like, you know, when you like get a cat scratch across your arm or, you know, your finger, like it's got those really jagged edges that don't heal up right for like ever, and it kind of just like dries up and peels away from the rest of your skin. Hydrogen peroxide helps with that because it eats away at those little tendrils, so that you can have like a solid surface that can then start to heal. So that's one reason for hydrogen peroxide. I feel like Abraham Lincoln would be the closest to brass coin. I mean, it is on copper, used to be on copper, now it's kind of on zinc nickel alloy with a copper plating. But yeah, if I'm not the real brass coin, I have no idea who is. Wookie Spooky, welcome. Also, Zach, Wookie is our third specific YouTube moderator only. You started your first stream today. Everything went impressively nice. I'm glad to hear it, Wiss. That's super awesome. Will the real blast... Yeah, wow. Matt Prokopek, you just broke my brain. Will the real brass coin please stand up? Please stand up. Please stand up. The music you're into, Avery, is classic rock. Can't beat the classics. I respect that. But I might ask, in your mind, Avery, what is classified as classic rock? Because this makes a world of difference. You hate summer at this point, D. Hicko? Feel better, and your cat becomes crazy for the streets? Oh, okay. The Wiggles. Zach, for you, the Wiggles might as well be rock. I'm sure your kids love it. Brass coin. I see those trophies and medals. We'll get it. Classic means old. False. Classic does in fact not mean old. It means good. Brass is brass colored? A dull gold? No, Avery, I'm just giving you crap. For example, one might say that classic rock is 70s to 80s. But it's also like a genre in and of itself that can be mimicked, replicated, and perpetuated into today's age if somebody would allow to. Because like, it isn't just music that was done in a certain time period. It is a entire vibe of music, like your 80s hair bands. A lot of times it's also referred to as butt fruit rock. That's a interesting term for us to hear, but Quiet Riot, butt fruit rock. I don't know why it's called that, but that is a term used to describe it. But classic rock definitely has some bands that stand out, like 38 Special. It has its own unique sound, not to be confused with regular rock. Hair metal. Yep, hair metal is another term for it. Who's my favorite 80s singer? That's a good one. Because the thing about the 80s singers are, I really don't know their names. I don't. It's not like you're just like, oh, Justin Bieber. Oh, Miley Cyrus. But if I was to pick like just an 80s singer, and I like the way you're thinking, Avery, I would probably still have to go with like, I want to say Michael Jackson or Billy Idol. Like I'm gonna go like that. Michael Jackson definitely classifies as 80s. But he isn't rock, or he isn't classic rock. He's pop. That's, you know, he's the king of pop. I'm sure he has a rock song in there. But yeah, I gotta say, like, may not like the guy as a person, but like, Michael Jackson had some fantastic songs in the 80s. And I always get Billy Joel and Billy Idol mixed up, but they're both good. I'm pretty sure Michael Bolton also classifies as an 80s singer, and like, you can't go wrong with Michael Bolton either. Stevie Tyler from, I think he's the lead singer of Aerosmith. Can't go wrong with him. Hey, I'm not gonna say, you know, whether he was or wasn't, you know, innocent. Like, that's not my place to say. But regardless of that, fantastic singer. Oh, like those 80s bands all had collaborations with each other before YouTubers thought it was cool. They will look up the early 2000s. Maybe. No, I grew up on country music and classic rock simultaneously. Like, if my dad was driving, classic rock all the way. Like, you know, the Eagles, the Cars, 38 Special, Quiet Riot, Led Zeppelin, Billy Joel, Billy Idol. Not so much Michael Jackson. Who else? Either way. Blue Oyster Cult, that one was popular, Blue Oyster Cult. But if my mom was driving and we were in her vehicle, we were like, country. Big and Rich, Toby Keith, Tim McGraw, all those guys. But somehow, I ended up landing on J-pop. So, you know, take that for what it's worth. I like Eagle Smith. I like J-pop. Pretty much all of that. That's what I find myself listening to more than anything. Like, I feel like there should be a subgenre of pop music like what Calvin Harris does. Like, there's a certain sound in the songs that I've picked up on that I notice that if the song has it, I like the song, and I don't really listen to the lyrics. And it's not like you can pinpoint it like dubstep. Like, that's it. It's just a thing that the songs do that just sounds super great to me, and I couldn't even tell you why. Dihiko grew up on all types of 80s and 90s music as well as early 2000s. I would expect no less. Mimikyu fan prefers battle game music. Can't go wrong with that. So many great things to choose from on video game battle music. Everything changed. When the Fire Nation attacked, for sure. Loganster, yes. This one that you guys are seeing is Pokemon Moon. I'm incrementing twice for every encounter because I am also hunting on this one too. If, you know, the cables want to cooperate. There we go. Maybe? Maybe? Why are you being the way that you are, Cable? There we go. Boom. Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. You guys are watching Ultra Moon. And we are just hoping that I find it on the cartridge that you guys can see first. Because it's going to be really lame if I'm just over here screaming because I found a shiny and you guys can't see the shiny. Oh my gosh, Mimikyu fan. Like, animes are how I find my J-pop music. Because, like, I can't just listen to J-pop and be, like, down with it. I gotta be watching the anime, kind of know what's going on at the time that the title song changes. Because, like, it's really artistically and very well done how they decide what... Sometimes a song is custom made for the anime. Sometimes the anime finds a song that just fits. And I'm all about the mood and the vibe. Like, when I listen to the song, I'm, like, reliving watching the show and feeling, like, the emotions and the things that went into watching the show. So I really love that for anime soundtracks. For example, I can't play it because I will get copyright stricken, and I don't want that in my life. But the anime Your Name and the anime Weathering With You, phenomenal soundtracks. Love those so much. A lot of the Naruto theme songs, Fairy Tail, goes really hard. My Hero Academia, those intros and outros, fantastic. Loganster loved Ultra Sun. Use Ultra Sun, it's superior. So Galio does know what's up. I'm going to leave it at that. I forget, did you get rid of your old camera? I did not get rid of it. I still have it. I have it working with my laptop right now. So if, like, I'm at work and want to make a video, I can pull out my laptop and have a camera. I am also thinking about bringing that camera back, but I need to get a USB... I need more USB-C ports on my computer in order to fully utilize it, but I want to start doing, like, card pack openings, especially with that mobile card game that Pokemon's going to be pushing out here in the near future. I want to be getting into that, showcasing that on the channel, so I want to do some card pack openings in conjunction with that, and I feel like the camera coming from the side down would be beneficial for that, but I could be mistaken. Zach had a question. Would you ever want to play a Pokemon tabletop D&D style game? Absolutely. I would clip that if you just started screaming and we couldn't see the shiny. I would probably clip it too. It's going to be real honest. Mr. Limbo says, intro and outlook compilations. You know, intro and outros. Very nice. A lot of good songs come from that. Can't complain. You like listening to anime and video game music, but also versions where it's played on electric guitar? Heck yes. Like, look up Pokemon Coliseum medley, and you'll see, like, a guy kind of faded out of the screenshot, and he's holding his guitar, and it goes hard. Pokemon Coliseum electric guitar, fantastic. Can't go wrong with that. Anime intro outro competition. Okay. So like intro song, somebody names an outro song that's better type thing. Me and your friend were actually talking about doing a Pokemon D&D campaign. It's very much doable. I am sure that just as Zelda has been done for D&D, Pokemon has already been done with up-to-date rules. I was listening to like My Hero Academia soundtracks pretty much all day. Let me go to this playlist. Lover by 7-Ops is really good. In Sora ni Uteba, fantastic. I think it's one of the season 4 soundtracks for My Hero. So good. So good. Can't remember if I got a better one or broke down. I got a better one because I was tired of the camera like needing reset every time I swapped scenes in Streamlabs. So like in Streamlabs I could set up entire scenes, like collections of like, you know, I swap back and forth between this and like the starting streaming screen or the intermission screen. I can swap in between those. But I also have scenes where like the entire look of the stream changes vibes, and if I do that, I get it fixed. So I just got a new camera and it doesn't have that problem, so we're good to go. All right, I got some chat to catch up on. You heard My Hero is wrapping up? Yeah, I think it's only going to be 7.5 seasons long. Big sad there. But Deku is growing at an exponential rate, and it kind of saddens me because like he unlocked the 3rd ability with his quirk, and then next thing you know, like 5, 6, and 7 are just popping out of nowhere, and it's like, well, that's kind of lame. Brasscoin is a pretty awesome name there, Pokemaniac. Zach, I do appreciate your name as well. But puns and wordplay aside, Weathering With You is so freaking good, Zach. And it also made me a little bit disappointed for Suzume, because Weathering With You takes place in the same universe and world as Your Name. So like Mitsuha and Taki, they're together working in a jewelry store that the kid in Weathering With You goes to buy a ring for the girl he likes, and you see them there, and it's just like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. And then I was let down at Suzume did not have any of those cameos. It was just its own thing in like a seemingly completely different world, and that was sad, but it's still a fantastic show too. Soundtrack on that one goes hard as well. Need to download that one on my phone. But Radwimps did every single song for every one of those videos, and they have not messed up. Like chef's kiss. Like they're so freaking good. Oh my gosh, I do have a lot of chat to catch up on. That went fast. Where did I go? Holy crap. Extra Galactic Cupcake, welcome. Okay, gonna rattle these off real quick. 7th Time Loop is one that has good music too. 32 likes. We are doing pretty good. One Piece, also great. Have not seen that much of it, but I've heard great things about it. Working on it. I'm watching Jujutsu Kaisen right now, so I will get to One Piece sometime. Got something coming in the mail at 2 p.m. That's awesome, Avery. That's also a long time away. Cards are fun. I would love to open up cards here on the channel. I know I talked about that like ages ago, so I am that far behind on chats, guys. I apologize. I was wondering if you could use that camera to edit my setup to include non-capture card but still a camera on the second day. Oh, yeah, I could probably put that camera on top of my DS for my non-capture card DS. That makes sense. Minecraft music is a vibe. It's got some lo-fi going on there. Shiny Poipole is probably going to be in the Ultra Sun game. You know, because I'm hunting for 2, eventually it's going to be in both, so regardless, it will be in 1, because that is the goal, is to get 2, and then we'll move on to shiny hunting 2 type nulls. Alright, Star Killer, welcome! Pokemon D&D campaign is a Nuzlocke with extra steps. You're not wrong. And Pokemon Master Avery is getting some custom music CDs at 2 p.m. Okay. I did not know people still bought CDs, but I'm not going to throw shade. Like, you do you. CDs are valid. Pokemon D&D is doable and has fun rules for moves, levels, evolving, etc. I would believe it. You remember telling me telling you about it's an over 9,000 audio clip you had prepared for the previous hunt? I sure did. I had one of my buddies, CB Genius, yelling it's over 9,000 in preparation for my Shaman hunt, and it fell just short. Could this one be the one? Perhaps. Perhaps. I know that I recently hit a point where, while I would love to find this shiny like right now, I am also perfectly content with it going over double odds. Like, I don't know, it's just a thing with shiny hunting, you know? Like, you eventually get to a point where it's disappointing if you don't achieve the next full odds portion. Because it's like, I'm so close, like, I'm already over halfway there. Why not? Let's just do it, you know? Yeah, you're welcome to show it to me on Discord, Avery. I should use the over 9,000 audio clip I talked about, seeing as you're getting close to it. If I do get close to it, if I do hit it, I will definitely use it. Why did it have to be reset for scenes? Which camera were you using? I was using the a Logitech Logi Stream Cam, and I don't know why it had to be reset. It like just, I had to add the video recording device in again. Like, Streamlabs just kept not finding the camera, even though it was plugged in. Like, I could see the camera, but it wouldn't pull up any images, so I would have to delete the video recording device out of Streamlabs, add a new video recording device, resize it, all that stuff, and then it would work just fine. It was stupid. What do you think about the third camera for the second DS idea? I don't think it's a bad idea, Shark Lord. I think it's really great. The problem is my current computer does not support that. I only have one USB-C cable on my computer. Both of my webcams right now are USB-C, so I can't use them both simultaneously. Jay Reynolds, welcome. You made it for the hunt for the adhesive part 32, basically. You just realized that if you were to participate in said Pokemon D&D campaign, you would be doing your first Nuzlocke ever, potentially. Similar to a Nuzlocke, except for you can heal in between encounters and use the speed stat with your initiative roll. And Pokemaniac Zach, you most definitely need to watch Your Name again, because it's a phenomenal show, and I get hit in the feels every single time I watch it. And then do Weathering with You, because it makes sense. You bet you can find a chair in either one for Suzuma cameo. Honestly, never thought about watching the first two for a cameo in reverse, but it probably would work. Chat is popping off. I like it too. It is definitely getting hard for me to catch up. Ooh, Marley, if you're still hanging out, you have a fantastic night. And we will have all the luck that we can possibly have here. Having some serious good interaction with. That's great. Demi, welcome to the stream. First time I've seen the name Demi. You just read One Piece until the anime is 100% at this point. It's a lot to dig into. Oh my gosh, it is so much showage to watch to get caught up. Pokemon cards can, in fact, be worth a lot of money there. And good luck. Thank you. Still have Genesect for one of my Genesect giveaways. Hopefully that one was able to go into home because I did have one that was broken. Type Null can, in fact, be shiny, Marcus, but only in this game. Yeah, same with Poipole. It can be shiny, but only in this game. Unless you breed it in the other games. Is it breedable? I don't know. I don't even know if it has an A group, but it is shiny locked to this game. Or it is obtainable as shiny in this game, but locked in Sword Shield. Hopefully that makes sense. Wookie Spooky, I do not have access to the sound right now. It is somewhere buried in the depths of my YouTube folder. Potentially, if I still have it. I'm pretty sure I still have it. It is named something really weird. But because this Poipole is not over 9,000, I can't just play it. It would be bad form. Welcome, Yaz. I do see you hanging out there. Also, I saw somebody saying they hate that YouTube defaults to top chat in live streams. Yep. When they come in, may I deem you on Discord what they look like? Sure, Avery. Why not? Alright, I'm almost caught up. You caught Necrozma in Pokemon Go. I caught several of those. I also caught like 2 shiny versions, so I'm pretty stoked about that. You can get a USB extension that adds more USB ports, you're pretty sure? Yes, you absolutely can. I definitely need to do that. The problem is USB 3 cannot turn into USB-C. I have to use a USB-C port into USB-C ports, but I probably can find a multi-port there, which would work. Can a DS Lite get a capture card? It sure can, but the reason to install one in that is less than a 3DS, since 3DS can play everything under the sun in a DS family. So you're better off getting a DS or a 3DS and installing it there. But yes, you can. You went Lunala path because just like Lunala better. I mean, I always went both paths, so there's that. Yaz brought the popcorn. That's what's up. We need more enthusiasts like Yaz, bring in the snacks. Hopefully everybody else has some snacks and drinks. I started off with some Starbursts. Got a crisp Mountain Dew tonight that I'm drinking on because I have to go to bed at some point, relatively soonish. I didn't want to like get hopped up on an energy drink, so because I have to go to sleep at about 1. Waking up at 6 in the morning, 5 hours, not going to be great, but I have a class for work that I need to go to, so typically I'm off Tuesdays. Tomorrow is not the case. Matt Prokopek, bedtime for you, waking up at 5 hours, that's going to be me. You have a great night. Sorry if I missed you. Sweet dreams, Matt, they say. Why does this chat do this? Imagine you get both Lunala and Solgaleo, you can get the true form of Necrozma. I honestly think that we should be able to combine them both into it at the same time. I also think that we severely need to have the true Origin Dragon for Legend, like Generation 5, where it has Kyurem, Zekrom, and Reshiram all into one. We need this in our lives. Also, have a great night, Mimikyu fan. If you are going to bed, I didn't see if you're going to bed yet. The manga is 10 times more concise than the anime. Most of the time, that's pretty correct. Definitely not breedable. Yeah, Poipole I didn't think was breedable. Unclassified A group, I think. If it gets over 9,000, will you use the 9,000 sound clip that I had prepared? I absolutely will. I would love nothing more than a reason to play that. Especially seems how it's going to make your guys' ears bleed a little bit. Pokemon Go is in fact fun. I do have a great time with Pokemon Go. I've been having a great fun time doing some spoofing videos that I've enjoyed. I'm working on 3 videos right now, so excited about that. We are getting all of the Pokemon Go spoofing apps working again, so kudos to those guys, those teams, for getting them done and reaching out for me to do a video on. Super excited about that. Pokemon Go is the reason why you willingly go outside. I still rarely go outside while playing Pokemon Go because I can just leave. Like, I can spoof. How long am I prepared for this hunt to take? Honestly, I would be surprised if I did not hit 24,000 by the time this was done. Because I'm already over odds, almost double odds on this Poipole, I would expect no less from the second one, so it would be easy to hit 18,000. And at the point that I get 18,000, like, I really don't want to find it until 20,000. In Starkiller, this is quite taking a hot minute, in fact. Wiz is praying that the shiny appears on this stream. Honestly, appear, don't appear. I'm here for the vibe. This stream's popping off. This stream's got a good vibe. 248 views, 22 concurrent viewers at this point in time, and 36 likes on the stream. I think that this stream is doing phenomenally well, and I'm here for it. Pokemon Master Avery is going to bed soon. Gen 5 is, in fact, peak. And Zach has to stay up until 1 a.m. Why do you have to stay up until 1 a.m.? But, like, that's 3 a.m. my time, so I'll be in bed long before that, hopefully. Unless you mean 1 p.m. my time. Or a.m. a.m.? a.m. There should be another Tandem Mouse evolution where they go through the farm. That's dark. Pokemon Master Avery doesn't spoof. Not gonna judge that. Like, spoofing's not for everybody. If you want to play the game and not spoof, that's on you. If you want to play the game and spoof, more power to you. Like, that's your prerogative. I really don't. I find it absurd how many people get pissed off at spoofers in general. Like, how are they affecting you? How is this hurting you in any way, shape, or form? Like, why is this your business? Why are you making this your business, you know? Like, just let people play the game and have fun. If you get to double odds, it's just be the old chances. Yeah, basically. Wait, 200? 200 what? 260 views right now. Stormbow, welcome. Still hunting. We are. Wait. Gen 5 is your favorite? You just wish the Pokemon weren't boring? Pokemaniac Zach, I implore you to play through the game using bug types. It will no longer be boring. Guaranteed. Gen 5 is all about bug types. It is where they shine. It is where they thrive. And for having a unique 150 Pokedex, they went pretty hard. You're permaban from our Pokemon Go? Yeah. Oops. Brass, is PG Sharp safe to use again? I don't know. PG Sharp has never reached out for me to do a video on, so, like, I've never experimented with their app specifically. I do know that Pogo Skill and... what are the other ones? Anygo is safe. I'm doing a video for Tenorshare. I'm doing a video for iMyPhone. So there are a number of safe ones. I know that the apps get installed in, I think, Pogo Skill or PG Sharp. I've heard things about PG Sharp, but I don't recall them being particularly good things. You wish you could spoof, you just don't want to pay the money for it. That's fair. That's fair. I haven't had to pay for Pokemon Go spoofing since, like, January. Like, I've been asked to do so many videos on Pokemon Go spoofing that, like, I'm set. Also, if Unique Tool ever gets their, you know, version of the software back up and running, I have a permanent license there, so that's something that I worked out a deal with. Like, I've shot my shot with these companies doing the negotiations for the videos. Like, one of them, I told them, like, I'll do the video for $10 if you guys could get me, like, a year, like, a lifetime license to your software. And, like, nobody bid on it except for Unique Tool. Like, they're like, okay, yeah, you know, we'll pay you this much to do the video, and, yeah, here's a lifetime subscription to the program. I'm like, sweet, let's do it. Let's see. Spoofing doesn't ruin the game. Most people who do it just can't play properly in their hometowns. That used to be the reason you started spoofing. Yeah, and a lot of people don't understand that. Like, especially, and I mean this in the best respects, like, New Yorkers, like East Coast people, and Europe people do not understand that in the United States, we have areas bigger than your state that we have to traverse to get to civilization. Like, your entire country, we cross to go to work. Like, in some cases, this is a thing, and there's just nothing in between. Like, I'm pretty sure I could drive across the state of Rhode Island in less time than it takes me to drive to work. Like, the US, like, the world map does not do a scale justice of just how big the United States is and just how big Texas is. Let's see. If Gen 5 had taken the original Pokedex with new flair, that would have been great, but so many of the Pokemon just add nothing to the Pokedex. That's fair. I mean, there was a lot of normal types. People started spoofing in 2020 because they couldn't go outside. This is also true, and I think that's why Niantic didn't really crack down on it at the time. The bug types in Gen 5 are Peak, absolutely. Speed boosting. Oh, speed boost Scolipede. Love that guy. Bug and Dark got fed well. They sure did. Yeah, I remember you telling me why you got banned there, Wookie. Bunch of losers banning people for no good reason. Huh. Galactic, I'm surprised you're not on about, like, a survivorship of death type Tandem Mouse evolution. Escadrille went pretty hard. Starters could have been Fire, Dark Grass, Psychic Water, Fighting. Oh, Fire, Dark, Grass, Psychic, Water, Fighting. And more Pokemon could have had their own originality. But, like, we wouldn't have our firefighters, you know? We wouldn't have all three of those if they went Fire, Dark. And that would have been just sad. Beedrill's pretty awesome. Lots of them are not memorable because they don't have anything unique. I would ask which ones aren't memorable, but in so answering, that would defeat the purpose of your point. But if you were to look at a Pokedex, which ones would you say are not memorable? Am I still with that company that was selling my Toxic Spike? Unfortunately, no. And I don't think I ever told Zach, but I had an energy drink with my name on it. Check this out. Check this out. Boom. Swift Toxic Spike inspired by a brass coin. However, the reason why I never did a video promoting it is because I got the flavor, and I emailed to them to reach out. I was like, hey, I want to promote this to my audience. I do like the flavor. I'm getting orange something. Like, I don't know exactly what to call this flavor. Can you guys help me out at all? Like, what do I advertise this as? Is this like a blood orange flavor? Is it like an orange creamsicle because I'm getting notes of both? Like, what do we got here? And they're like, it's whatever you want it to be. And I was just like, okay, I'm done with you guys. Like, if you guys can't tell me what flavor I can tell my audience this tastes like so that I will know what to expect, I can't promote it to them. I'm not going to do that. And it was just absurd to me. So I will wait until a real energy drink company actually wants to sponsor me. But I do need some degree of sales experience and promotion to catch eyes. And a lot of that's going to come when I hit like 100 concurrent viewers, 50 to 100 concurrent viewers. I believe Advanced Energy and G Fuel will start looking at, working with you on your own actual unique flavor. Because when I was choosing my flavor profile with these guys, they're like, hey, what do you want it to taste like? I was like, hey, I want it to be like a sweet fruit. Here's kind of what I'm thinking. Name being Toxic Spike. I want it to be like a raspberry peach or a sour raspberry peach type thing. And they gave me orange. What about orange says purple and blue Toxic Spike? Like, it just didn't work, so I wasn't impressed with those guys. And so if I'm not impressed with it, you guys aren't going to be impressed with it. So now I just have a container of energy drink with my name on it that I'm not going to be doing anything with. Anyways, if you catch Pokemon while spoofing, is it still considered legit? Yeah, absolutely. Pokemon Go is crazy because you can get like hacked or cracked versions of the game, catch Pokemon on it, and they will be in your regular version of the game. It's blows my mind. Pokemon Go is just weird. You can't play if you don't live in a good area, and nowadays you have to pay to have good progress. Yep, this is true. Remember when Pokemon Game came out on the news here in St. Louis? They had to remind people it's not safe to walk around staring at your phones. It's also not safe to walk around on the roads playing the game either. Okay, apparently I have not been shiny hunting for a minute, so I need to grab these. Make sure they're not shiny before moving on. Okay, Cursed Soldier, welcome. Don't worry, we Europeans know there is no civilization. Poor America. We don't exist. Yeah, that's a bummer. Just wanted to see if you knew why it won't give you access to the PLA bot when you gave yourself the role. You brought it up with Lagia, but yeah, it's giving you a screen that is like a name tag. So it should be working now. It wasn't working for Lagia earlier either, but I believe I have fixed the issue. Serperior should have Earth Power. Sure, it gets Contrary Leaf Storm, but its only coverage is Grass and Dragon. That sucks. Becomes Poison, Heal, Gliscor, and drinks Toxic Spikes? Eesh. Why do they not tell me the flavor straight up? Oh yeah, so back to that tangent, because we go off on several of those here. So far as I can tell, I don't think any of those flavors are legitimately unique. And that's my biggest beef with the company. I think that they have a few flavors they cycle between, and they just assign one to a specific content creator. And so there's probably only 8 unique flavors that they produce, and then they just put a label on it. Because they don't say what the flavor tastes like, nobody would ever know that, oh, Brass Coins and 5 other YouTubers, streamers, energy drinks are all the same orange flavor, but they all, ask the company to make this. No. I think the company is like mass producing 8 unique flavors and distributing them among all their content creators that they are partnered with to say it's a unique flavor for them, but it's really not, because who's realistically going to buy, a canister of energy drink from multiple content creators? So I think that's just bad business practice, that what they're doing. I'm not a fan of what Swift does with their content creators so far. It's still awesome that I do have an energy drink. I'm not going to lie, Zach. I think it's dope. Audino, Roggenrola line, Girder line, Buffalant, Dredagon, Vihiem, and tons got made better later, like Basculin served no purpose until Legends, which also made Basculegion. Okay. But to be fair, and in order of generic versus making the new Pokedex and what the soft relaunch was supposed to be for Gen 5, in order, Audino, Chansey, Roggenrola, Geodude, Girder, Machop, Buffalent, Tauros, Dredagon, Aerodactyl, Behem, I'm going to go with Golduck. Basculin, obviously Magikarp. Dredagon is admittedly the one that is kind of out of place because Gen 1 didn't have a one-off dragon, but I feel like Aerodactyl can kind of fill that role. The Hit Kill loves Audino. I am a part of the Audino hate gang because of its genericness, so while going off on that, I do also agree. Zebstrika's Rapidash. Absolutely agree. I just wish they gave them their own flair, abilities, move pools, all that. Yeah, I can agree with that. But can I just say, I love the Caterpie line of Gen 5. And the Beedrill line, the Weedle line. Love the Weedle line. Lavani, Scolipede, top tier. Zapadash. I love it. You remember when you caught a shiny Wimpod while teaching your cousin how to play Pokemon Go? Awesome. Your first bug playthrough was Gen 5? Nice. Now that you mention it, I think I recall that. I think I recall you having done that. And there's enough unique bugs in Gen 5 that you can make a good bug team. A Selgor is cool. Is a Selgor a bug? No, it can't be, can it? I know Carablast and is pure bug. Okay. What about Shelmet? Is Shelmet a bug? Both of them are bugs. Dang. Who would have thought? I knew Escavalier was Steel Bug. And I never really thought of Shelmet as a bug because I thought it was just a shellfish, but that's cool. Oh yeah. Zach, I absolutely agree. Yeah, Shelmet is a bug, becomes bug steel. Okay. Most Pokemon that were in Pokemon Black and White movies have special place in your heart. Pokemon Black and White just went hard. They were so good. Like, what more do you want in a game? Story, top tier. It's your favorite gen, anyways. Good. The story alone is redemption. 40 likes, that's what's up. Our goal was 42. We're so close to hitting it, too. 314 views. 16 concurrent viewers. 40 likes. I love it. I don't know if they swap stuff so much as Pyroblast kind of rips the exoskeleton off of Shelmet and uses it as armor, and Shelmet just goes buck naked into the abyss, grabs some mummy cloth, and calls it a wrap. Smoker, welcome. Man, we're getting everybody today. Love that. Yeah, I haven't seen you in the streams in a minute, so good to have you. Yeah, it's been a busy stream, popping off, had so many regulars, and I think that's just a difference of starting just a little bit before 12. 11:30 was a prime time to start the stream on. I dare say this is one of the better streams in a very long time as far as the sheer number of returning viewers that have popped through this stream has been super high. Also, I never did it for like the last two streams. We're easily on hour 58, and I'm going to bump it up to 59 to account for today's stream. Like, I haven't updated these hours in like 3 streams. So 59 hours done. You just ate a perfect grape for wine producing. What makes the perfect grape, Dean? Who was my first sub? Quite honestly, they're in the chat right now. My first sub was Pokemaniac Zach back in 2017, before I even met my wife. The channel was under, I think I started it with Brasscoin. Well, similar to Brasscoin, that just got pronounced as Brasscoin, so the channel just got changed to Brasscoin, but not on this account, though. Yeah. My very first YouTube video, which, due to a massive error on my part, has been deleted. Me and Zach were playing Nidhogg's, and I decided to upload it to YouTube, and that was the first video. Very sad that it's no longer there, and the computer that it was on has since taken a dump multiple times, because I am still using that computer. I have wiped it like 3 times. Nah, Marcus, Wiss is actually within the last like 8 months, I feel like. We'll just have to play again? Absolutely. And unfortunately, no, Smoker, computer has not been upgraded, but it is getting close, because a power outage almost fried my bot computer, so like I need a new computer for the bots, but I don't really want to spend all this money on a new computer just yet, so I'm kind of waiting it out. You but you didn't get a great Pokemon. That's kind of sad, actually. Katniss Everdeen! Katniss Everdeen. Zach, Paldea is both Portugal and Spain because the Nintendo Pokemon Company couldn't separate the two. Yeah, Iberian Peninsula. Which is funny because allegedly that place has a bunch of monkeys. So, like, we knew it was the Iberian Peninsula well before they announced what the theming would be. Like, we had grapes, we had oranges, and we had Zarude for our clues. And, like, as speculators for Pokemon, we all went to Portugal and Spain. Because it's a little known fact that the mythical Pokemon seems to allude to where the next generation of games will be. And given that Peacharunt is Peacharunt, I think we're looking at a peach capital producer. And if it is Georgia, I'm going to be so ecstatic because it's another US region. But right off the bat, I don't know any other regions that are like really, really big into producing peaches. But I do know there is one. I know there is a region well known for producing peaches, but I can't think of it. And I think it's South America. Whis is now wondering how a Mexican-inspired region would be. Well, I think to start, before we go there, we need to have a mythical Pokemon that is a jalapeno. Tell me I'm wrong. That's not racist. Jalapenos are very popular in that area. Oh yeah, India! India produces peaches, that's right! And we've had allusions to the India region before. So, very possible that we could be getting an India region. With Kaparaja being actually from the India region, like, I think it's very possible that we get an India region. Like, so many people were surprised that we didn't get it this Gen 9. China is apparently the biggest peach producing region with 14.3 million tons. China region would also make sense because, you know, returning to that area, you know, we had Japan. China has yet to be represented. I think it could go a long way for, you know, sales in China because, you know, that's a huge market. Peaches, 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 peaches. No, I think we're talking about, like, mythical Pokemon usually allude to the region from which the next game will take place. in some shape or form. I don't know how the justification works, but like allegedly there is some sort of a clue. The only one I know the reasoning for specifically is Zarude. Zarude being a specific kind of monkey that is commonly found in the Iberian Peninsula, and that happens to be where the game takes place. But there is a connection for everything that I read once, but I couldn't for the life of me remember. You just caught a blue chew. I am assuming that is a Minun or a shiny Plusle. Plus the Kitakami, in your opinion, not trying to say anything to offend anyone, but it looked like Chinese culture. Marcus, that is because it was Asian culture in general. Specifically a region in Japan. And I will pull that up. Let's see. Oh, forward. Okay, perfect. There we go. Oh, I first pulled up a really great picture. Kitakami is actually a place in Japan, just so you guys know. It's it would be in between the Sinnoh region and the Johto region. Or sorry, Kanto. Kanto region. But this is great. Save image as. Oh, don't be like that. We don't want WEPB. Come on. We want like JPEG or something. Give me a JPEG. Alright, let's cook with some gas here. Because I haven't gotten derailed on this stream enough. So, image. Add. Map. Add source. Add source, I said. Light goal of 50. Yeah, I think we can handle it. Sorry, my Streamlabs is not wanting to let me add an image very easily. There we go. Browse. Downloads. JPG. Oh, there we go. Hey, perfect. Yeah, for all those wondering, Kitakami is right there. Also, what the heck is the Almia region? I would assume that's Pokemon Ranger. And I forget what the Fiora region is, but I think that's Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. But yeah. Kitakami Place is super great. But Kitakami, like, is an actual place. Wasito, welcome. You know, I too think there's a special place for the person that invented WEBP. Like, why did we need it? Like, is it really that much more optimized for web pages? Because, like, a PNG is always the best form. It's not very resource friendly, but it's the best. Ah, they're both Pokemon. Oh yeah, because there's multiple Pokemon Rangers. There's 3 of them, in fact. That checks out. That makes sense. Is Paldea an island? Technically, no. It is a peninsula. It should, in theory, link up to Region 6, which is why everybody's so excited for Pokemon Legends ZA. One of the reasons, anyways. Because Legends ZA takes place in the Kalos region, which connects to the Iberian Peninsula. France and Spain and Portugal are all connected. Well, not directly, but France, Spain, Portugal, in that order. What region is Pokemon Snap? No idea. But I believe it takes place in the islands around the Kanto region. When SV first released, I was hoping for more DLC. The DLC in this generation was lackluster. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love the Kitakami area. Phenomenal. The Blueberry Academy sucked. Monkey butt. Like a big, hairy, Zarude butt. Aaron Queen has joined the Brass Coin Collection again. Been a member for 2 months now. Show us the hairline. I actually don't think I've ever had like a membership to ask for that. But why not? Boom. Hairline. It's not bad. But it's not great either. Lentil region for Pokemon Snap. We got Beans. Beans region. It really should have added Terra Raid Adventures. It just had so much going for it and then just dropped the ball. If the legendaries weren't shiny locked, would have easily been like 7 times better. I should re-upload my Pokemon Snap series. I put a lot of work into it. Honestly, it might not be terrible for the channel now, but like Pokemon Snap kind of died, so I don't think it'll get a lot of views. But I did put a lot of time and effort into that series. Never seen me without my hat. It is a rare occurrence, but I did used to stream without a hat on, so it has been known to happen. The Mystery Dungeon takes place in the Mist Continent, separate from the other regions. Makes sense. We need a new Lycal. I did see somebody post one, so I saw like 55 from Marcus. That one's not too far up there. We'll grab it. Because why not? We better get Mega Flygon and ZA. Honestly, the Pokemon Company is going to literally, like, shoot themselves in the foot if they don't give us Mega Flygon. Like, so many people are around the internet are hyping up Mega Flygon. They did him so dirty. What is the Ferrum region? Have a great night, Yaz. Thanks for popping by the stream. Didn't they announce they weren't, or they were meant? They were meant to give it a Mega in the canceled Pokemon Z years ago. I don't know. They may have. I could neither confirm nor deny this potential information. That thing about Mega Clink, like... Aaron, actually, no. One of the stipulations of Idaho credit unions generally is that you have to live in Idaho to open said account. You could theoretically, like, live in Idaho, open the account, and move out of the state. Like, we wouldn't close your account because you moved, but can't live out of state and open one. They're not going to jive with that. Oh, Mega Gallade is hard forgettable. Like, so forgettable. Let's do it anyways. I am in charge of opening online accounts, but gotta have an Idaho driver's license if your address isn't going to be listed in Idaho. Gotta be relatives with somebody that is a member. That is a qualification. If you're related to somebody that lives in Idaho that's a member of my credit union, could do that. Usually, credit unions will let you by relation. You have a brother that lives in Idaho. Technically, you can get a driver's license online too. I don't think the man's wrong. Pokemaniac Zach, tell Wookie all about Tekken. Feel that mechanic of changing between open and closed fights were amazing in Pokemon. You sent me a picture of the Mega Clink Clank meme. Double announcements. Oh, because I'm live on Twitch too. Ew. Is that really what I look like on Twitch? Gross. Also, to my Twitch viewers, if there are any of you still hanging out, I deeply apologize. I haven't streamed to Twitch in literal months. And I decided to flip the button on it today and have not been paying attention to the chat at all. So, oh. Apple TV ad, get out of here. Cap Spooky, welcome. Anyways. How could I forget about my Twitch? Honestly, if you don't know how I could forget about my Twitch, you don't know me. Forgetting about Twitch is something I'm a pro at. So, I stream on Twitch because sometimes it's nice to get a nice $50 randomly in my bank account. because I get a Twitch payout from the ad revenue from streaming there, but like it's never expected. So you've been subscribed for more time on Twitch than YouTube. That's honestly not surprising. Also, Akira was a bot, so oh well. I feel like the more Pokemon should get Merciless, because Toxapeck honestly doesn't do anything with that ability. Wait, isn't the point of Merciless to like poison the enemy and do more poison damage because of it? Like, if you poison them with Merciless, it does more or something like that? Huh? Just forms a gear humanoid figure? That's funny. I like the Mega Clink Clank. Okay, but hear me out. Why is the third... We got Clink. We got Clang. Tell me who was in charge of naming the third evolution for that Pokemon, because they need to be fired. Everybody in chat, what should the name for the third evolution of Clink be? Everybody knows what it should be. If you say Clink Clank, you know what the next one should be. And yes, Pokemaniac Zach, Clunk. And Jay, Clunk. Clink, Clank, Clunk. Freaking Cling, Clang. Why? Cling. Clink. Clang. Clink, Clang. No! Clunk! Ooh, those are some pretty sweet emotes you got over there, Wiss. Clunk indeed. There from Pokken. Makes sense. I still have yet to get Pokken on my Switch, Zach. There was never any like drive to go and get it to play in battle yet, I guess. I think this, like, I mean, I guess you didn't really have much time for gaming for a little while, and like having 2 kids myself, I completely understand the dilemma. I'll give you a drive. And then there was Pokemon Battle Revolution for the Wii. Mountain Nike, just do it. Speaking of just do it, I've been like exercising pretty much every day to every other day for like the past 2 weeks at this point. Feeling pretty good. Did a nice bicep workout today. Arms are a little sore. Well, Zach, that's why you're a Pokemaniac. It makes sense. Love the games that expand upon the world. I am a huge fan of Pokemon Snap, actually. Like the original Snap. If I thought Pokemon Snap would actually get views on my channel, I would re-upload those videos. But, like, they didn't put any pizzazz in Pokemon Snap 2. Like, the original Pokemon Snap, it took, you know, derping around and figuring out to see how to unlock those extra routes in those hidey holes and uncover and find Mew. And the new game just didn't do that. It, like, handed everything to you on a freaking bronze platter. Never played Pokemon Cafe. But, Zach, I do gotta ask. Is Pokemon Cafe like My Cafe, the Facebook game? It was like Candy Crush. Okay, that makes sense. Nothing like My Cafe, okay. Ghastly Anarchy, welcome. It is that time. If an intruder broke in right now, what am I doing? I am streaming. I had a email from the Secretary of Education because for some reason they send those out at like 9 o'clock at night. Makes no sense. Idaho is in fact an open carry state. Which is among one of the most open states. Still playing Pokemon Quest on your phone? Zach, you're playing all the Pokemon games. Need more bunny Pokemon? There are a few of those, but less than fish. ADHD obsession goes hard. I can't wait until that new Pokemon game, the Pokemon card game, comes out. Momotaru is now following on Twitch. Welcome, Momotaru. It's rare seeing that Twitch sub happen, but almost have 1,500 followers on Twitch, and like it's always empty for streaming for some reason. Drillbur Spotlight Hour tomorrow evening. The thing I don't like about spotlights is like it doesn't seem like I don't think it they have higher shiny rates. If they do, it doesn't feel like it. When next stream? Saturday evening. Unless by some miracle I get to go in stream tomorrow. We'll see. I doubt it, but tomorrow I will need to make some Pokemon Go spoofing videos to get some moolah. Those sponsored videos pay pretty decently, and they are going to purchase me a new computer at some point. I've decided. You have a Braviary from last 4th of July that you named Uncle Sam. That is just too perfect. I love it. I fully support that message. Does it cost $50 for you to send a super sticker? It shouldn't. Super stickers should have various price points, but one is $50, but they are as low as $2, which, I mean, if you are going to do something of that nature, I would say do Cash App instead, but no, I was going to say I would say do a membership so you get the cool emojis. You named your Braviary Patriot, but you're stumped on what to name your shiny Hisuian Braviary. If you're still rocking iPhone, Zach, you will have to use a computer to do it, because iPhone hates everything. Please hold. Wookie Spooky's been a member for 1 month. Thank you, Wookie. Did you just re-up your membership? Is that what that was? Or did you just use your super chat? I think you just used your super chat. I am using this mouse. I am using the Razer Basilisk Pro. He's on iPhone. You want to know how you know? They wouldn't be asking about that if they were on an Android. The first letter of his comments are capitalized. That means iPhone. Interesting. Oh, and thanks for pointing that out, Jay. I would name your shiny Braviary Guardian. How am I alive? Breaking my neck makes me feel alive. The name Guardian comes from Red Guardian from Marvel. You know, the Russian equivalent of Captain America. Because I thought the shiny variant would be funny. Wake me up inside. Hey Zach. Pull up a picture of a regular Wooper. And then pull up a picture of Paldean Wooper. Let's hear it, Wookie. I'm down. Brass monkey, that funky monkey. This image lives rent-free in my head. Speaking of songs. My life be like, ooh, ah, my life be like. I love that image. It makes me so happy every time I see it. Oh, I get it now. Yeah, it's one of those things that you had to know the song to get the reference. That Wooper has my skin. My life be like, ooh, oh. Marcus, are you on an iPhone? He's blue, abadi, abadai, abadi, abadai, abadi, abadai. Android? Okay, then there's absolutely no reason why it shouldn't be working for you. Android's usually pretty on top of things, so that's sad that it's not working. Uh... Favorite 5 games of all time? Go? Well, that would have to be Majora's Mask, Ocarina of Time, Minish Cap, Skyward Sword, Twilight Princess. Isn't it sad, though, Ghastly, that I'm a Pokemon tuber, PokeTuber, and a Pokemon game doesn't even make it into my top 5. You didn't play Zelda growing up? Oh, that is a shame. Those games are so great. Got more variation in those 5 than Pokemon in nearly 30 years, so it checks out. Fair. He's a Zelda tuber that got forced into Pokemon. Like, really, though? Like, don't get me wrong, though. I love Pokemon, but, I mean, Pokemon's my first game. My longest standing games. But, yeah, I love the lore behind Zelda. I love the cohesive interconnection of stories. That's what gets me. Like, if Zelda didn't have tidbits of all of its other games inside of its games, I would not be as big of a Zelda fan as I currently am. But, like, it's the recalling back to, the familiarity, the respect for the players who've been with your franchise forever. We're gonna put this in here just because they're gonna recognize it and be like, oh my gosh, that's gonna be so cool. So a lot of people are like burnt out on Marvel movies and like superhero movies in general. I'm not. I will continue to watch Marvel movies when they're good. Like, I think a lot of the stories have been garbage recently, but we won't get too much into that. But it's the interconnectivity of the story weaving together. I live for that stuff. I love seeing that stuff happen. Like, it makes it more like the time that I invested in the initial project is now rewarded a second time when watching the next movie because I know what's going on better. Yeah. I'm not burnt out on the movies. They've just gone too off course and aren't good anymore. Like, when we first knew that the Tesseract was an Infinity Stone and everybody lost their crap seeing where that road was going, like, oh my gosh, Thanos. That was cool. And that's why I don't like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom that much, is because while it does reference back to the main series, it doesn't draw the same connection level. It's still in its own separate little thing. And I have not watched any Deadpool movies, unfortunately. Hey, Carly, welcome. You think the same about Borderlands? Borderlands does do a pretty good job of weaving the story together, too, with its Handsome Jack collection and whatnot. hey, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are fantastic games, but they still didn't make it into my top 5, especially among Zelda games. Just because, like, the mechanics are great, the world is huge, but they're so alienated away from the rest of the franchise that it just drives me insane. Breath of the Wild wasn't as bad, because Breath of the Wild, you can draw a line between 2 points. We have the timeline, we know where that's going. Breath of the Wild could be drawn a line to each one of those. Now that Tears of the Kingdom is here, it makes no sense to put anything anywhere anymore. The Deadpool movie has so many callbacks. I've heard a lot of great things about that. I really have. Oh yeah, you just found a game like Phoenix Rising? Yeah, I've heard good things about Phoenix Rising. I still need to watch Deadpool 1 and 2. That's why I haven't watched Deadpool 3. But, I do believe, because I've streamed for a half hour longer than I originally intended, that it is time to end the stream at 6,500 encounters. Because I got work tomorrow for a little bit. Hopefully I can stream tomorrow. Probably won't. But hopefully I can. A little bit earlier. Get a little bit of a mood stream going. 20,333 subscribers to end the stream with. I dig it. 6,500 encounters. And no shiny. But we got some videos to make tomorrow. We got a toddler to play with. I'm hopeful that now that we have my toddler's room arranged for a toddler, that I will be able to film the starter video, at least part of it. So looking forward to being able to have Coppercoin choose his Pokemon partner and have that be a series. So we'll be looking forward to that. I'll catch you guys in another stream. This one has been a great stream. Really popped off. Got a lot of likes. Got a lot of chat engagement. That was huge. And a lot of gifted memberships and just memberships in general. So thank you guys so much.